There's going to be another cupboard here, which I've got to build next after that one. That's really just going to be just inside the door. Going to come along from there, 45-degree angle over to there, build up to this level. It's just going to be a framework. I'll make it up as I go along, the framework that is. Then cover this back wall with ply, and then just make a box section on top of the cabinet, which will cover those pipes going up, so give them a bit of protection, but also to put a door in there, because you can see on that gas feed I've actually got another shut-off valve. Now you might be wondering, what's this piece here? That's actually the hob piece from here, so that's the cutout. You have to excuse all the mess. I am a messy builder, but there we go. That's the piece that came out of there. As you can see, I cut it out with the jigsaw, so it's nice size. It's going to be in line with this edge here, so I need to cut that piece off and then just shape it round. Okay, so as you can see, what I've done is I've put an extra piece in the bottom there. Obviously, when I build the frame for this cabinet that's going here, I'll be able to screw into that and not miss. So I've also put a string of battens up the wall there. There was a bit of a gap just in the corner there, didn't like it, wanted to give it some more support, and now it's time to start putting the plyboard on. Okay, so as you can see, I've now screwed this right down the front in there, nice little countersunk there, it's all fixed in place. It's only temporary, because what I do now, as you can see here, I can now put a piece of wood there, score a line, which I've already done, possibly just see that there, and then what I do is I put the other piece there on, oops, just get this in, there on the line, like that, mark off behind it, and now I know the distance between that back corner, or just in front of that red pipe is where I'm going from, to the back of that, and that will give me a nice flush finish at 45 degrees for this corner. And yeah, I might call that Heath Robinson, but it works for me. Right, so here we have the unit now. As you can see, I've put a couple of more runners in. I'm going to have a drawer at the top here, a shelf at the bottom. So the next piece obviously was to cut these. These are fairly easy to cut. All I would say is, when you're cutting these, if you're putting it through a sawmill, you have to make sure that the laminate is on the top, so when the blade comes down, it cuts downwards. If you do it the other way, it lifts it up and you get flakes off. As you can see, that's nice and flush into there. I've got to screw it down, holes are already there. And the final piece, albeit it's got loads and loads of markings on it, as you can see, that will fit in there, and that makes a lovely work surface. This is the offcuts, by the way, from doing the main work surface, so this all works very well. The neighbour's just going out. So yeah, next thing to do is obviously put the side panel on there. I've got a door already. Let's just grab this over. It's another one of the store doors. As you can see, the door itself is slightly narrower than the actual opening, but that's fine, because what I'll do is I'll put battens down either side here, and that will fill the gap. This particular unit came with a drawer top, so I'm going to put a drawer in the top of that, and that'll look really good when it's finished. Okay, so what we've got here now is the top's resting in place. That's not fixed, because I still have to cut a hole in the side there for the switches. I've just put the board up here. This is cheating a bit, because obviously I've got to make the drawer that's going to go on this runner here. But the door is now in, as you can see. That all looks quite nice and tidy in there. You can see the wiring I've got to sort out the back, which is why I haven't screwed the top down, because it's easier to reach in the top here. And I think you'll agree, that looks alright. It's going to be covered in the same laminate as this side, so this lovely marble laminate, which is bought by the wife and stuck on very expertly by her own fair hands, and that's going to go all the way around here. Obviously she couldn't do any of this until this cabinet was finished, because obviously the heights and all the rest of it, and it's also another reason for leaving the top loose, because obviously you can pull this out, put the laminate down the back there, and then just fit that in, screw it in place, and it all looks good. It's nice and neat. But as you can see, I've now got the back wall on, I've now got the top piece up there done, I've got an edge piece to put on here, a nice 90 degree to cover this joint and cover these screw holes, so that will make that look really nice, and then I can start working in the shower area, putting up the panels. Welcome back. So I just wanted to show you how this particular unit turned out. As you can see, the wife has painted it lovely grey. The edge that was quite bare there has now got a piece on. I mentioned this before, some of these trim pieces, if you put them on, it makes it look a lot better. You can see we put a rubber strip around the edge here, which means that this surface, which if you remember was an offcut from the actual kitchen area, now is in place and looks good. But what I've also done is I've actually fabricated a little cabinet here, just to quickly show you inside. You can see I've got the gas shut-off valve there and the plumbing with a copper gas pipe going up. That's all in place. It all works. It has been tested. This is the original boiler, by the way. People like them or hate them, but I think it does the job. It's really only going to be used for the shower and possibly for hot water into the sink. But now you can see it's got the rubber shroud at the top there, which fits lovely on this. It fires up on demand, so as soon as you light the boiler, the pilot light, you can actually then just jump into the shower, and as soon as you turn the shower on itself, the flame goes and it kicks off, and it's nice. Nice little addition we've got up here above the door. So what we have here is a repurposed shelf unit that we've cut in half and put back together on top of each other. Now we're using this to hold our cups at the moment. It's actually got quite a deep piece, and all this along the front here is just a batten. Space in a motorhome is premium, so to have that there is really good. But I think this has turned out really well. I hope you like what I've done. If you do, please like and subscribe to the video. I've got a few more to do, so hope to see you in the next one.